All right. Welcome, everyone. Magdalena Grace here. Super excited to talk to you today and do a brief live in regards to what I've learned through mother wounds, money, and sacred rage. And you're like, well, that's a lot. So I'm going to keep it very simple. And I actually also posted this inside of my show notes. If you're not already a subscriber of my YouTube channel, I still have the Healthy and Wealthy and Wise channel. I'm going to be opening up a new channel this month. A lot of new exciting launches. It's a great time to do that. Taurus new moon energy is upon us, and I have 3 back-to-back events. Today I have the Mother Wound and Money webinar, and then I have the Sacred Rage workshop on Saturday here in Temecula, California, and then also tomorrow, don't want to forget, I also have Yoni Steam online. So let me ask a few questions first, and if you answer yes to any of these, maybe, just maybe, you'll gain some nuggets, pearls of wisdom today. So do you struggle ever with speaking your truth? Meaning, do you bite your tongue? Do you tell little white lies? Do you gaslight yourself? Do you struggle with selling yourself, maybe imposter syndrome, helping promote yourself out in networking events, things of that nature? Do you want to speak on podcasts or do public speaking, but you're so terrified you might look like a phony? Kind of goes back with the imposter syndrome, but you're just scared of public speaking. You have a lot of low points, a lot of highs and lows, actually, and the lows just don't ever seem to go away no matter what you've tried. Maybe you've done therapy, plant medicine, yoga, breath work, and maybe at this point with what's happening on the planet, you even feel like you have more lows than highs. And as a result, do you live in isolation? Do you struggle with leaving your house? Do you feel like it's just not worth it? And you work from home, which maybe aids and abets and makes it even worse, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Or do you lack creativity? Do you lack passion to create? Are you finding yourself more doom scrolling, consuming, whether it's emotional eating, drinking, whatever substances may be your thing, no matter how spiritual they might be, you're using them to escape and you're just not feeling creative. Last but not least, and maybe to some of us, one of the most important eye-opening things, do you have a really shut down sexuality? And you don't necessarily have to have a partner. I'm just going to put it out there to have an amazing sex life. That's a whole other conversation. I'm just going to leave that right there. But at the end of the day, if you answered yes to 2 or more of those things, and again, you've tried therapy, you've tried all of the things, then I'm going to invite you to consider Sacred Rage. And that's in person on Saturday, or you may also consider my Mother Wound and Money. So here's why these are connected. So growing up, I was very much operating from what Carl Jung would talk, the persona, wearing masks, in other words, that's what he meant by that, of good girl. If you're a boy or identify as a man, did you have good boy syndrome? Did you follow all the rules? Did you then become a straight A student or a perfectionist? Or maybe you were a student athlete. Maybe you were in choir. Maybe you were involved in a lot of activities in school to really just prove yourself. Did you really seek a lot of approval also? Well, behind those masks, I'm going to peel away the curtain. I'm very open and honest and transparent about my life because personally, I feel like so many people are living a lie and hiding. And we all have got to come clean. We have all got to look in the mirror. We have all got to be brutally honest. And you can be as honest as you want with your clients, your friends, your following. I just feel like the more authentic we can become, the more we can inspire, encourage, and help others. And that's what we're all here, is to lift each other up right now on this planetary awakening, because there's so much gunk out there. And as we know, so many liars, right? With the Epstein thing, the Rape Academy, our government, there's just so much power, greed, and control. I'm done with it personally. And part of that power, greed, and control is the good boy, the good girl persona mask. For when we strip ourselves away, we find our shadows. And that's what Carl Jung specialized in. It's one of my specialties as a shadow work coach and guide, in helping you recognize that a lot of times when we operate from the good girl, the good boy persona, It's because we've been silenced, we've been shut down, we've been told that we're not good enough, or we've been told that we're too much. And when we're told that, a lot of times we, in our young mind, especially the first 21 years of our life, we can become very, very naive and believe those lies. And then we keep those lies repressed inside of ourselves. So I was a very expressive, playful, fun, loud kid and is oftentimes seen as too much. And so I shut that part of myself down and I put on those masks. There's a lot of spiritual people who wear a lot of masks and pretend that it's all love, light, and crystals. I did that too, and recognized that I was hiding in my shadows, not wanting to look at them. So if you don't feel safe to speak up, if you don't feel safe to talk about your sexuality, if you don't feel safe to be angry and come undone and come unhinged, a lot of times it can cause disease, it can cause addiction, and it can cause a lot of repressed grief and repressed anger, which again, it's a cycle, right? A lot of these symptoms I learned through my yoga teacher training, I've learned through being a health and fitness professional how it can show up. It can really literally kill you. I've lost many to suicide, many to addiction, and a lot of it is because people felt exiled, people felt outcasted. And a lot of that, going back to the mother wound, is our mothers were shut down. Pachamama has been shut down, raped, and pillaged. In past lives, if you were raped, if you were sexually traumatized as a child, a lot of that can help you feel unsafe, ungrounded, and can breed a lot of scarcity, a lot of that imposter syndrome. And I've lived all of this, by the way. Not only do I coach on it, I've lived it and was able to, with the help of Carl Jung and yoga and many other things, including plant medicine, those were all great tools. However, I had to do the daily work. And so in this webinar, we're going to talk about how that mother wound impacted your money story. And if you have a lot of repressed anger, you were shut down a lot as a kid and maybe in your marriage, then it's going to make you really timid or the opposite, maybe aggressive. So those are usually the extremes of the good girl, good boy syndrome. Is you can become really vocal, really aggressive, or you could pull back, or you could do a combination thereof. And so if you're wanting to heal your throat chakra, if you're wanting to heal, work through safety, security, and be more grounded, this new moon in Taurus is so good for this. This is why I'm having events today, tomorrow, and Saturday to help you overcome some of these struggles in a safe, trauma-informed way. Carl Jung himself was a master at the repressed shadows of all kinds. So if you do attend any of these, come ready to go deep, but you can also go as deep as you feel led to go. And if you're wanting to, you can sign up for any of these at magdalenagrace.com. If you have questions and you want a free one-time consultation and you're really serious about looking at your shadows and understanding your mother wound, your money scarcity issues that may be attached to that, and or you want to let go of some rage, those are things that I'm really passionate about because May is mental health month. May is mental health month. And we want to be able to help people transform their mental health. And so if you have any questions, comment below. If you have any interest at all, go to info or email me at info@magdalenagrace.com or go to magdalenagrace.com. That's where you can sign up for any and all 3 of my events, and the replays will be there. You can also subscribe if you're on my YouTube channel. I will upload the replay to my webinar, not the Yoni Steam, because that's very sacred, that's very private. It's an online women's circle, and that's on Friday, May 15th, on the eve of the new moon. New moon is a very powerful time to seed new intentions for the next 2 weeks to 6 months. This is a very powerful time with the opportunity to be able to change your life. What do you want to plant in your life? Health, wealth, and relationships. That maybe a nugget from one of these events You're just maybe one idea, one realization from a breakthrough. That's my wish for you. So if you have any questions, email me, info@magdalenagrace.com, comment below. Tell me what you liked best. Did anything stand out to you, recognizing where rage in your life suppressed is holding you back, or maybe you just went through Mother's Day and you really struggled. It's not an easy holiday for some of us. And if you also have had money issues, maybe have you not looked at your mother wound relationship or rage, anger, suppressed, good boy, good girl syndrome as a possible impediment? So give it some thought. Grateful for you. Here's to your best health, your best wealth, and your best relationship wisdom. Bye for now.